What's happening, Ice Cubes? Um, I'm here with another update video. We have entered the crazy hair matte phase. I look about as okay. I feel about as okay as I look. Um, I I I don't even know where to start. Oh God. So you guys know I hit my goal for 25,000 words written for Mystic Hills. I've been working on Mystic Hills nonstop for the last year and a half. 18 months. But my work also goes back even further beyond that, which is 4 or 5 years strong. This version of Mystic Hills isn't even the first one that I've committed to paper, okay? And almost all of them were dog shit in one way or another, but they taught me very valuable lessons in what needed to be written for this particular story, and it's taken me so long to get here. But I wouldn't change that because I've learned a lot as I've been writing Mystic Hills in particular. It's it's taught me a lot of valuable lessons in terms of writing, in terms of character writing, in terms of uh like actual combat scenes. Describing combat in written form only is way more difficult than you think it is. You have it in your head for what you want to do for the scene, but actually describing it well isn't always the smoothest process. Um So obviously there's a lot of kinks to work out in those kinds of areas, but then there's also the more emotional aspects of the story, because my books are not all action all the time. In fact, Act 1 is probably the most boring in terms of like actual action. And it's almost entirely character writing, character development, character building, and character progression. It's crazy, but I would also argue Act 1 is the most emotionally driven of my three acts. There are very specific emotional roots that I'm tying each act into. Okay? Act 1, if I had to categorize what each act symbolizes most in terms of emotion, Act 1 symbolizes loss and grief more than anything else. And Act 2 is regret. And trying to think of the word. Fuck is the word I'm trying to think of. Oh, Quentin. There's but yeah, it's grief. Act 2 is grief and uh trauma. That's the word I'm looking for. Grief and trauma, because they very much hold very a lot of weight in stuff that happens in Act 2. And that's kind of what I'm going for. Act 3 is more about uh it's all about revelations. It's all about uh coping and surviving despite all of the things that you've gone through. And those are the very deep emotional ties that I have in each of these specific uh books. Just to give you a little window in what I'm working on. And if you haven't noticed, I haven't exactly been sleeping very well because of it. I've been, and the reason why I chose these topics specifically to cover emotionally in my books is because they have very much relevance to me as the writer. They very much tie in to things that I've experienced, that I have felt throughout my life. And it's, by the time I'm finished with these books, it should give you a very clear picture, a very clear window into what it's like to live in my brain. Is kind of what I'm getting at in terms of these emotions specifically. I don't know. It's just been crazy. I These books are draining the life out of me. Uh and I'm not mad about it. I'm not angry. I'm just I'm locked in. I'm very much hyper focused on what I want to be doing. And these books. These books are what I need to be doing. They're what I want to be doing all the time. They're constantly what I'm thinking about. I don't know. It's Sorry about that. It it's just been incredibly stressful on top of everything else that I've been trying to deal with. Um, being uh isolated from people and not talking to people as often isn't helping. I wish I was reaching out more. So a little bit more reined in. I don't know. I've been scrubbing my hair a lot more since I'm letting it grow out again. I don't know. Sorry for all of the cuts. A whole bunch of stuff is happening. Um, like I just finished catching up with Quentin for the first time in over a year. That was interesting. I'll talk about that some other time. But I don't know. My books are also just another way of coping. It's kind of my biggest coping mechanism right now, and it's what's keeping me functional because I don't really have anything else like that right now going on. Not for lack of trying. I would like to point that out. Not for lack of trying. Like I've tried to apply to jobs. I've tried to get back out there and meet new people. I did meet a couple of new people, but it just seems like it's not a really a good time to be hanging out right now because everybody's been so damn busy. Um, I don't, I don't know. It's been something. Fucking hair. Do you see that? This fucking hair wants to be in my eye all the time. Oh, this hair right here. This one. That one wants to be in my eye all the time. I can't get rid of it. It won't go away. um but yeah, it's just been a struggle on multiple levels. I would love to get back to work. Like go back to working regularly. It would have to be part-time because you guys know me, I'm a workaholic. I'm a workaholic by nature. Once I start working a specific schedule for an extended period of time, I don't stop. I never stop. I that was the trap that I fell in when I worked for Cracker Barrel a couple years ago for 4 years. Uh, and it was just nonstop. By the time I was getting around, I think it was still during around season 3 of Mystic Hills when all the shit with Mania went down, with Aurora that went down. I was working 50, 60 hours a week. uh on top of maintaining my YouTube channel and working with her all the time. Because holy shit. I don't know. As a general rule of thumb, for those of you who are working on stuff like that, who have like a team of people, other people's time is much more valuable than your own. Always hold yourself to that standard. Otherwise, you're gonna ruin the whole project. It's just the way it is. And if someone isn't cutting it for the work, you amicably tell them that maybe they should stop and step away instead of just instantly cutting them. You just don't do it that way. I don't know. I'm shaving. I It's been a mess. Big old mess. I don't know. It There's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but there's also a lot of stuff that's hinging off of my books being good. Like I very much thrown all my eggs into this basket, and I'm just kind of hoping that my work carries me the rest of the way. Fuck if I know if that's gonna work, but it's too late. I'm already ass deep in the shit here. So like, there's no turning back. I'm a year and a half into the process, and I'm already starting to look at publishers to send out my manuscripts to garner interest. I'm not trying to garner, oh yeah, we'll publish you. I'm trying to garner their interest in it. I want them to be interested. I want them to be invested. I want them to be as passionate about it as I am. And I would not be comfortable handing it off to a publisher who isn't as passionate about these books as I am. And that's kind of my deal right now, and that's why I'm very hesitant to even start that conversation. What was the name of the publisher that I was looking at? Flame Tree Fiction. I need to look into more. But that was one of the ones that really caught my eye. It really piqued my interest into some of the stuff that they publish regularly. Not a lot of stuff that I've heard of before, but they look pretty reputable, and all the books that I've looked at have good reviews on them. Both user and critics, but who the fuck cares about what a critic thinks? If your audience doesn't like what you're making, then you need to cater to the audience, because the audience will make or break you no matter what you're doing. If you can't cater to a specific audience that you're trying to reach for, you're fucked. Like, that's the big thing that's going around in media in general right now, is that nobody knows what kind of fucking audience they want to cater to, other than that they want to cater to it. But they're too fucking incompetent to figure out what kind of audience that is. Or if you subscribe to the theory that they're being sabotaged from the inside, which I don't. I think a lot of it is negligence and mishandling. Rather than, like, sabotage. I don't think anyone's actively trying to go after these media outlets, whether it's books, video games, movies, or TV. It's just not. It doesn't happen. It's not a thing. I don't know. I'm also afraid of what they're going to say when I say that I want to be the sole holder of the copyright and the IP. I'm very apprehensive, hesitant to bring that up, because I know once once the copyright is set into stone, like, that's it. There's no going back. But like I said, I'm not going to be comfortable handing it off to anybody who's not as passionate about it as I am. And all those decisions and things need to be going through me, because I wrote the damn thing. I don't know. It's on my brain a lot. It shouldn't be, because I'm not even that far into the process yet. I'm thinking too far ahead. My anxiety is way out here when I need to be right here. What's right in front of my face right now, which is writing. Because I'm only at 25,000 words. That sounds like a lot, but that's only like 53 pages on a document right now of what I have. I haven't counted the pages. I know I counted them in my last video, but that was before I redid all the spacing. Holy God, I spent half an hour respacing everything so that it was much easier to read. Like, very much more uniform and very comprehensive. It was very much redone in a lot of different ways. But my God, was it stressful. I need to re-download all of these as Word documents so that I can send them in an email. I need to replace the ones I have because they are outdated. I need to move them, like, now. Boom. Yeah, I need to delete these into the folder for October 2024, because I'm gonna start making update files for all of these from now on. It's just what needs to happen. I need to keep up on it. I don't know if I'm going to do it every month, but I am going to do it every few months, where I download them off of my Google Drive and put them in a actual tangible file, just in case. I don't know. There's a lot going on right now. Well, quote unquote, a lot. There's a lot going on right now in my brain, and that's kind of more important to me right now. the chaos of my brain has drowned out everything else. I generally don't care about all the stuff that's going on outside of that right now, because I'm really gearing up for the end of the year, because this end of the year I said that I would start pitching these things to a publisher, and that's what I'm doing. This next couple of months is going to be very stressful trying to get that done. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I get someone interested in it and someone who actually wants to invest in it. Well, invest. They better not throw money at me. If they throw money at me, they've lost their goddamn minds. Um I don't know. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. My sleep schedule has been completely out of whack. I have not been functioning properly for a while. Because I switched from a regular nighttime schedule where I'm up all night to a daytime schedule where the last couple of days I've been awake all day long. And I'm flip flopping back and forth, and it's not healthy in any regard. It's not healthy. I'm trying. I'm genuinely trying to get things to work, and that's what I'm easing myself into. And I'm making strides to make sure that things happen accordingly. But we'll see. I need to do more research on different publishers tonight. Like right now ish. Athon Books. That sounds. Oh, they're the first 50 pages. Is that what you're asking for? I guess I need to write another email. Ooh boy, Athon Books. That sounds familiar. I don't know. I I'm dragging this video out. I shouldn't. There's certain parts of this other email that I should copy paste. I want to keep it interesting. I don't know. My brain is not working currently. You see this look on my face? That look on my face that I just had? is my brain not functioning correctly. Or it's my brain moving too fast. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna stop wasting your time. I've sat here in silence longer than you need. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope I will have a pretty big update next time. Oh, I'm gonna keep looking around. I'm gonna keep shopping around for some publishers. I'm gonna keep looking, and we'll see what happens. So, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see all of you in the next video. Bye!